Today we're looking at the top 20 most valuable CDs, compact discs that are selling right this minute. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to look at the top 20 most valuable compact discs that are selling right now. Musical CDs can sell for some phenomenal money if you know which ones to look for. Now, some of the most valuable CDs out there right now are soundtracks. Large number of soundtracks were made in very limited quantity. Large amounts of the ones that you will see that go for a lot of money, like Better Off Dead here, are also worth a decent amount as an album. It wasn't a high priority. It wasn't massively wanted. There was a small limited production run just for the sideline collectors and markets like that. And that's why Better Off Dead can easily sell in CD form for close to $500. Now, right along movie soundtracks would be television soundtracks as well as video game soundtracks. Super Mario RPG, this is the original soundtrack disc. Many of these would have only been available in Japan or at stores here in the U.S. that would have carried imports and the games themselves. Many times you could find CDs at some of the game stores back in the 80s and 90s also. And that's why these are still scarce and highly sought after. This one easily can go for $500 to $1,000 depending on condition and what's included with it. With the video game soundtracks as well, some of the more obscure games usually go for the most. Not always. Here's Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. This one can easily go for $300 or $400, pretty much any day of the week. Now, a whole area in CDs that usually carries some increase in value are promotional CDs. Now, many people may assume that it would be only something available to big record stores and places like that, but that's not always the case. Many times you could have been given a CD at a concert, at a show, trying to beef it up. Cassette singles were very popular for that as well. So you will see things like this Taylor Swift Teardrops on My Guitar promo here from 2009 selling for $1,200. And here's yet another one here from a local radio station. These were given away at a concert. So if you went to the concert locally, the radio station was sponsoring the giveaway for these, and that's a major area of these being produced. The radio stations themselves helped promote her events. It made the concert just a smash. This is actually signed by her as well at the concert. Imports are usually on the top of the list on ones that will carry a higher value here in the U.S. This is Prince. It's a Japanese import. My Name Was Prince. Not a lot of the stock version of this were made, let alone promos. So this one can easily sell for $400 to say $800 without any problem whatsoever. Now, one of the biggest areas that is often overlooked in CDs are classical CDs. This is a Deutsches Grammophon CD of Carl Bonn. Operas as well sell extremely well. This all falls into the classical area. Large numbers of the CDs in the classical genre that are worth the most are ones that weren't readily available or have been long out of print. The CDs themselves now, at this point, are long out of print, so the value has steadily increased. And yet, here's another, an Answer Mat, and this is Three-Corned Hat. The type of disc that they're on as well can increase the value. Gold discs or the quality, the fidelity of the disc, and as well, who made the disc itself can increase the value. This one easily can sell for $1,000, $1,500. Now, here's an interesting one that also falls into the classical genre. This is Jackie Avencho. Now, Jackie Avencho at the time when this disc came out was a small child, but she was a very accomplished opera singer in that time frame. Well sought after by most of the classical collectors for her voice, even as a young child. I do believe she went on to be popular in several TV shows also. This was pressed in a small number, so it's very well sought after for that reason. Easily can sell for a few $1,000s. Now, as I said, imports are great also. This is an AC/DC pressing from Australia, and that's the key. There weren't many of them made or pressed in certain countries because it wasn't as popular. This group may not necessarily have been a huge grand slam like it was here in the U.S., so sometimes when you find one of these pressings from a different country, the value can be immensely increased over any stock version. A U.S. version of this may go for 20 or 30 bucks in excellent primo condition, but the imported version you see here can easily sell for over 500 bucks. Now, along with imports of British and American performers, you'll find performers from other countries like Rammstein here from Germany. Now, this one is easily one of the most expensive ones by this group because it was limited to a very small number production run, and that is why this one goes for $1,000 plus. Here's another interesting one. This is an import from Argentina, hard rock heavy glam. This is Forceps from 1992. Now, tip-top price-wise, some of the most expensive imports selling right now overall are ones from Vietnam, in Vietnamese language. Here's a perfect example here that easily went for over $1,000 US. And here's yet just another example at the $1,000 mark as well. Not a ton of CDs available from this time frame from Vietnam, so the prices on most of these sorts of discs with Vietnamese music on them can go for some phenomenal amounts of money across the board. Another area that's super sought after and goes for a large amount of money are private or local pressed CDs. Pressed by the band is usually some of the better ones. Here's a great one from Ohio. This one's by Mr. Two-Face. It's a local Ohio one. This would be considered AOR, which is album-oriented rock. Glam band, hair band, long hair, the whole works. Most anyone that's well done, well orchestrated will sell for some good money by most local bands because there weren't many of them made, and in some cases some of the music is actually phenomenally good. With the local pressings as well, the genre of music isn't that important. It's the music itself. Here's some hip-hop classics here as well. This is Juice Fast Life Part 1. This is from 1998 on the Supremacy label. It's out of Houston, so it's a local one in Houston, mostly only available in the Houston area. Here's yet another one from Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is Cyclops Belly of the Beast. It's sealed, which is obviously the best way to find any of these sorts of things. These will show up. Most people out there, if they're running into them or have a massive collection of CDs, won't realize that some of the ones in their assortments can sell for hundreds of dollars like this one here. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to be small town or local produced CDs. Here's Eminem's Slim Shady EP from 1997. This is an original release. These can easily sell for hundreds, if not $1,000+ bucks. Out in the wild, there won't be a sign telling you this is the one you need to buy, so you need to pay attention to the ones that are worth the most money. Now, another area in CDs are sealed ones in what's called the long box. All CDs, when they first came out, used to come out in these long version boxes like you see here. This is Nirvana, Nevermind from 1991, and sealed as you see it, almost $800. Now, sealed box genre doesn't matter. Here's Prince and the New Power Generation, Diamonds and Pearls. Again, another long box, hundreds of dollars as well. Here's the Beastie Boys, another one, Check Your Head. Now, this obviously isn't the Beastie Boys' earliest CD. If this was, say, Licensed to Ill, it could have went for hundreds of dollars more than this one right here. And yet, here's another one. This is The Cure. It's an obscure one for some folks. It's from the 90s as well. Long box, sealed. It has the push stickers on the front, just like old records will have also. It's sold for hundreds of dollars as well. Even soundtracks inside the long boxes will sell for some phenomenal money. This is the Jetsons movie right here, and it sold for almost $500. Now, boxed sets are also phenomenal sellers across the board. This is a unique one. This is the soundtrack from the original 1960s Star Trek series. It has 15 CDs, all boxed as you can see them here. Season 2, Season 3, there's Season 1, and here's the compilation disc set here also. Phenomenal collection. These easily sell for over $500 as long as they're in excellent condition and everything is complete. All 15 CDs. Now, most of the boxed sets, as long as they are licensed, originals complete, like this Grateful Dead 30 Trips Around the Sun box set here, can sell for some phenomenal money. This one went for over $2,000. Classical is no different in the box set wise. This is George Salty. Most of the classical ones, especially like these massive set Decca ones here, can sell for hundreds, like this $800 plus set here. This is not a one-off. There are tons of box sets for classical music that can even sell in the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000 range. One last one here. Even obscure performers like Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys can sell for some phenomenal money. Just like this 13 CD set here. This one went for $856 US. Discographies of a performer's entire collection of music are also highly sought after and can sell in these same ranges. Most any performer out there, there are box sets, and those are some of the top dollar ones that routinely sell across the board, like this one you see here. Well, there we have it. Hopefully that gave you some ideas, some thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Almond Joy's got nuts, Mounds don't. Almond Joy's got real milk chocolate, coconut and munchy nuts too. Mounds got deep dark chocolate and chewy coconut. Ooh, sometimes you feel like a nut,